Hey, what's good YouTube? Mod and Craft here, guys, and today we have a comparison video of a pair of Asics Gel Lyte 5 replicas in white, purple, and black that I picked up from Aliexpress. And then we have a pair of Authentics on this side, again the same as that colorway that I picked up from sneakerhead.com. Now guys, if we just go ahead and take this shoe off the box, you can see that it appears, and you would be right by the creases, that this did not come double box. It just came with that black type of, like, they usually use like a silver, or not a silver, it's like a gray type of like wrapping paper, but it's plastic or black. I can't remember whether it was which one of those it was, but I know that it was plastic wrapped, and hence the creases in the box, a bit of damage, but the shoes were not damaged. Inside the box you have two silica gel packs. One was an Ivory shoe, those were right here. As I've mentioned to you in the past, keep this away from your small kids, nieces, cousins, hungry animals. You don't want anybody to get poisoned and have to call poison control. The other shoes inside the box, interestingly enough, this replica has the tags on the right shoe, where the Authentic actually has the tag on the left shoe. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But we'll go ahead and put that back inside, get that here, and then just take this off really quick. And then inside here, shipping type of like slip, if you will, and we have a return form, you know, to fill out in case there was any problems. Sneakerhead.com sticker, tissue paper, the other shoes inside there. So let's go ahead and get that back in, and then get this back on deck, and then get into the goodness that is the shoe. So guys, both of these shoes, I should note, actually do fit pretty comfortably. They both feel true to size, but this shoe, as some of you may be able to already tell or discern, this shoe just seems wider and bulkier overall. It has more material in the sock liner, which it really shouldn't. Obviously, look at the Authentic. Part of what makes the Authentic just look so sleek and has like a more slender silhouette is things or items like having less material in the sock liner area. So if I just kind of tuck the tags inside, again, this is the sock liner. Look at the back here, and look at just how much more bulkier this is. Just turning the shoes a little more slanted like that. Again, one of the biggest flaws, guys, or giveaways with the replica versus the Authentic is that the the replica just has way more material in the toe box than it actually should. If I just bring this up close to you guys, look at how much material. Look at the top of the toe box right there to where it ends by the toe cap. Look at how much material, and then even look at the silhouette of the shoe, and then look at the front of the toe box compared to the amount of material that's actually used in the Authentic, and then look at the silhouette, much more slender, kind of just comes down a little more slim to the front, whereas again this toe box is just much bigger. Another thing I noticed with the replica and Authentic is that this is some type of like synthetic suede, same as with the purple on this as well, versus I don't know what this material is. It definitely does, I can tell you 100% guaranteed, it does not feel the same. This material right here, if you sent me a pillowcase, a blanket, you know, a jacket or something, if I had one of those items made out of this material, I would absolutely love it. I would be in heaven. I would wear it often, use it regularly. If it's a pillowcase or blanket, sleep with it. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying I'm going to name my firstborn child after you. I'm just saying I would love it if I were to ever receive something like this material, which again has been on plenty of my Authentic shoes. I believe it's synthetic suede. This, not so much. Wouldn't hate you, but I'd be like, why did you send me this? Like, this is weird. It's itchy to my skin, and I'm not saying this is going to itch your skin, but this material just definitely does not feel as silky, buttery, smooth as this material over here. The material, guys, in the toe box is actually slightly different as well. They both appear to be nylon, but this has more fine, the lines in this are like more distinct. It's a lot shinier for whatever reason, versus this material, a little bit duller, not that shiny. The lines are like not that noticeable, but they're obviously still there. But these are just like really pronounced. And now they're not extruding or anything, but they're just a lot more pronounced, a lot more defined, if you will, in the replica shoe. Another thing I noticed, guys, is look at the crossed stripes. I'm sorry. Well, first of all, there's a flaw right there. That's one of the things I noticed. Your shoe may not come like that, your replica, but mine did. That's a huge flaw. But look at the cross stripes. Look at that black material real quick. and look at the black material there. Guys, that almost looks to me like and feels like some type of PU versus the material on this looks like it's tumble leather. If we get in there really close, we can take a look at that. And I mean, not crazy tumble leather like on the J's, for example. And it might even just be regular leather, but I'm almost certain that those cross stripes on the authentic is real leather, as opposed to where on the replicas, it basically, again, looks like PU. It's even a little more glossy, a little more shinier, if you will. One other major thing that I noticed in between these two shoes, guys, if we take a look and we put the authentic on top, take a look at the logos. I gotta actually get the tag out of the way, I'm sorry. Get this out of the way as well. Okay, there we go. So take a look at the two logos. Look at the Asics logo on the top, that's the authentic. Look at the Asics logo on the bottom, that's the replica. And obviously, Houston, we have a small problem. Yep, yes, we do. So the logo on the top obviously is correct. That's the way that the Asics logo should look. And the bottom is just wrong. And if you look at the front of both of these shoes, that's what the Asics, the authentic logo looks like on the front of a Gel Lyte 5. Compared to this one here. See how that's kind of hurt? Even if I straighten it out so you can see them, actually it gets even worse if I kind of like stretch it out so you can actually see the full logo. So clear problem there. There's one other thing I wanted to mention about this material and this material here as well. Whatever it is they're using, guys, the difference in materials, it has like a slight yellowed, or it looks like it's an off-white, if you will, as versus where this is more of a true white. So this is more true white, consistent throughout the shoe, seems to be more true white, especially in the laces. Obviously laces here are like true white as well, but this front toe box material seems to be has a little more of like a yellow hue or tint to it than it does in the replica, I'm sorry, in the authentic, which again seems like it's almost like a true white. The purple suffers or has like the same problem as well. If I go ahead and I hold both shoes up to the camera, you can obviously see from this angle as well how the replica is just much wider overall. I've already pointed that out to you guys, but the replica just seems much wider. And the best way to describe it is like when you've worn a shoe for like a couple of weeks, you know, or maybe 3 or 4 days each week, or over a couple of weeks, I'm sorry, you basically, your foot starts to stretch out the shoe. That's the best way I can describe how this replica almost or looks versus again the authentic being a lot slimmer, or having a lot more slimmer of a silhouette, just seeming less bulky overall. You can especially see it up in the top area of the shoe. But look at the two purples. The authentic purple is like a little bit darker. That's this shoe right here that I'm bobbing up and down, and this replica, if you look at that material, seems like it's a little bit lighter. Bottom outsoles of the shoes, guys, are pretty much the same for the most part. There's some slight little differences that you'd really have to have both shoes in hand to be able to tell. The two Asics logos on the bottom of the shoe are slightly different. This is the authentic right here on the bottom. I'm sorry, let me just keep the authentic always on the top. That's the authentic on the top. That's the replica on the bottom. You can see it's a slight difference, and there's some slight other differences in the grooves and stuff. But overall, it seems to have the same amount of traction, same type of traction. Seems like it may even be made out of the same type of material. And then on the back, guys, where there's this like kind of like silver, I'm sorry, this kind of like gray. Notice how on the authentic, which I actually prefer, I think that's kind of cool. It seems like it's almost like two materials joined together. There's a bit of a groove in there. Versus on the authentic, it just seems like paint on there. There's like no grooves in between the gray and the white. It just seems like it's one piece with like paint. So guys, that has been my replica versus authentic Gel Lyte 5 in the white, purple, and black colorway. Again, this came from Aliexpress.com. About a week and a half shipping. Paid $54.60. I think it was free e-package shipping. This was, I think, like $110, somewhere around there. I actually selected UPS 3-day shipping, so maybe you could have gotten it for like about $100. But at the end of the day, the replica is basically about half the price of the authentic shoe. Which one is right for you? I really can't decide. It's up to you guys. If you're like on a super tight budget, you don't have a lot of money to play with, but you like Asics shoes, you might end up going with this one. that's totally up to you. Again, the shoe does feel comfortable, does fit true to size. The authentic fits true to size, obviously. So, you know, whatever your size is, you know, by that size, you'll be fine here and you'll be fine here. But I really can't, I do have an opinion, but given that I have the replica and the authentic, I have the choice of wearing either or. You guys out there might be looking to like get a deal, or just looking to, you don't have a lot, again, if you don't have a lot of money to play with, you like, you know, you might want to go ahead and just pick this up. Or if you saw this and you were considering like, what are the differences, like are the flaws really that bad, you know, maybe I should just go ahead, if you think it's bad, and just buy the authentic. Again guys, up to you, totally up to you. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, only if you've checked out my channel, you think there's something cool that you definitely want to kind of come back to. I do have more Asics Gel Lyte 3s coming up. I actually have the shoes here. The shoes are here, so it's not a matter of me waiting on anything. I have 3 Gel Lyte 3 replicas, and I have 2 of the authentics of those 3 shoes, the 3 replicas. So there's no waiting. The videos are coming up soon, guys. I have more replica gel sagas versus authentic coming up as well. I've been doing a lot of stuff, or just trying to push my Instagram, so please follow me back on Instagram. The link to my Instagram will be in the description. And guys, if you have any comments, any questions about the shoe, you feel I didn't cover something or I missed something, definitely drop a comment down below or inbox me, let me know, and I will be sure to reach out to you and help you as best as possible. This has been Mod and Craft, guys. Thanks so much as always for watching, and I'm out. Peace.